we have documentation for every single time the package changes hands. We have to have the person whose hands it's leaving and the person whose hands it's going into sign off on it. So we should definitely be able to find out, where this package is and why it hasn't been updated again since. So let me get, we'll get a new investigation started for this package and find out, what on earth is happening with this one as well.
Yeah, because the other one's almost over a month. That's dealing with that first one going to ISIS. That's over a month. Still.
Okay, so let's get a new investigation started. All right, and Mr. Jones, so to get this new investigation underway, I just need a couple more pieces of information from you.
Yeah.
Some of this we would have gotten when we filed the first investigation. I just always like to go back over what's already been done to make sure that it's down correctly. And so to start us off, what is your mailing address, so the return address for this package?
Okay, give me a few minutes for that.
Let me make sure that is the correct registered number. 955-980, yes, it is. All right, and so then the last thing I need, Mr. Jones, for this investigation is the name and address for the recipient of this second package in Brooklyn.
It's going to be All Eyes on Egypt. Address is 717 Bushwick Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11221.
Okay. So it's, and then what was the name of the organization again? I apologize, I completely missed it.
All Eyes on Egypt.
Okay, All Eyes on Egypt.
Correct.
Okay. And that address is 717 Bushwick Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11221.
That is correct.
Okay. 7 Bushwick Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11221. All Eyes on Egypt.
That's the actual physical address, right? That's not a PO box.
Right, yes, sir. That's a regular traditional address. That's a package. First class registered. First class registered. Now from post office going to a business.
Do they have a firm book on file too?
Let me see. I don't. So that I actually am not able to tell until it actually arrives at the post office. But I don't believe so.
Because that's a straight delivery.
Actually, I'm saying I don't believe so. I don't know. Until it actually arrives, I don't have any way of knowing if it does. Let me check something I might be able to tell. Let's see here and give it a shot. 717 Bushwick Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11221. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm not certain. I do show that when I look up the address, it is assigned to a carrier route. Sometimes if it's a firm book, it would show as under carrier route, it would show box or firm, or just wouldn't have one. So I can't be certain, but I do not believe so. I think this would just be a regular delivery by the carrier.
Okay, so with the ISIS, with that firm book, they are aware that it is, that the package is there for them.
Yes, sir.
And that was since May the 7th that it was mailed out, but they probably got to them probably like maybe 11 or something.
So it arrived in Philadelphia and was available for pickup beginning on the 14th of May.
Okay, so it was on their firm book to let them know, so they are aware. Okay.
Yes, sir. All right, and now it shouldn't take me more than just half a minute to a minute to get this second investigation typed up and submitted. And so in about a minute, Mr. Jones, I will have a new confirmation number for this second investigation.
Okay, let me grab a pen right quick. My pen don't gave out. All right, I have one. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Be about another 15 seconds.
Okay. Can't believe they refused mail. Wow.
And Mr. Jones, I do appreciate your patience, and as promised, I do have that confirmation number. So it's going to be very similar to your first confirmation number. So that will also begin with the letters CA 138 252 583.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know particularly what happened when the company refuses the mail after y'all do your investigation?
So normally, what we would expect to see, as far as the investigation, if they normally we would expect to see if they have refused it. So if they've gone to the local post office and said no, we won't accept this. Normally, it would be refused. It would be scanned as refused and would be returned to sender. Now, if they know that it's there and have just chosen not to pick it up, and that actually is a little bit unexpected, I would say, because normally for registered packages, we would only expect them to be held for about 15 days from the first attempted delivery, which in this case would be when it was available for pickup, which would have been on the 14th. And normally, so that retention period technically would have ended on the 29th.
So there's like
but in this case, there's no indication that it's been marked as unclaimed or has been returned to sender. But yeah, normally we would expect after 15 days for that to be marked to be scanned as unclaimed and to begin being returned to sender.
And that would equate to a refusal?
So it would go in the record. It would go in as just unclaimed. So essentially, it would be the equivalent of refusing it just without saying, we refuse to accept it.
Correct.
There it is. Mail piece retention periods for registered mail. Yeah, 15 days. Normally, we would expect to hold on to that. But in this case, it's not showing a return to sender scan. And like I said, for registered package, for any other mail class, any other package, maybe it misses that return to sender scan, maybe it doesn't get tracking, but the entire point of registered is the accountability for every step of the way. So if it was being returned to sender, we would expect to follow it as it makes its way back to you.
Correct. And by them having that firm book and already having knowledge of it there and not picking it up like you said and allowing the retention to actually kick in and send it back to me, that's still like you just said, it's like a refusal.
I can't speak to their motives, but it certainly it functions the same way. Let's say. Okay. All right. And so now, Mr. Jones, for both this investigation that we started today and the escalated investigation, you should be contacted within the next 2 to 3 business days. For the first one from our Consumer Affairs Office over the Philadelphia Post Office, and for the second one from the Delivery Post Office in Brooklyn. for this second package. And then for both packages, I would recommend to keep an eye on the tracking, either by checking it manually or by signing up for text message or email tracking updates. That way, once the packages begin moving again, either to be delivered or in the case of the second package, getting to the post office, that information would be sent directly to you, and then you can monitor its progress as we hopefully see both of these delivered within the next few days.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been tracking it, as you can see, ever since the day that I mailed it, which was May 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's clearly almost a month. Okay, I continue to look forward on the track and see what happens.
All right. And Mr. Jones, while I have you on the phone, was there anything else I can do for you this afternoon?
No, not at this time.
All right. All right. Well, then I do want to thank you for calling your United States Postal Service, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too, Kyle. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye. You know, we have documentation for every single time the package changes hands. You know, we have to have the person whose hands it's leaving and the person whose hands it's going into sign off on it. So we should definitely be able to find out, you know, where this package is and why it hasn't been updated again since.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me get we'll get a new investigation started for this package and find out, you know, what on earth is happening with this one as well.
Yeah, because the other one is almost over a month. That's dealing with that first one that's going to ISIS. That's over a month. And still.
Okay, so yeah, let's get a new investigation started. All right, and Mr. Jones, so to get this new investigation underway, I just need a couple more pieces of information from you.
Yeah.
Some of this we would have gotten when we filed the first investigation. I just always like to go back over what's already been done to make sure that it's down correctly. And so to start us off, what is your mailing address, so the return address for this package?
Okay, give me a few minutes for that.
And make sure that is the correct registered number. 95590 US, it is. All right, and so then the last thing I need, Mr. Jones, for this investigation is the name and address for the recipient of this second package in Brooklyn.
It's going to be All Eyes on Egypt. Address is 717 Bushwick Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11221.
Okay. So it's, and then what was the name of the organization again? I apologize, I completely missed it.
All Eyes on Egypt.
Okay, All Eyes on Egypt?
Correct.
Okay. And that address is 717 Bushwick Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11221.
That is correct.
Okay. 7 Bushwick Avenue, Brooklyn.